Hey guys, this is Hell Hades. This is a Raid Shadow Legends video. Woo! Guys, I've had a really busy weekend touring London with the family. We went and saw the Christmas lights in London on a open London bus, one of the old red buses, which was cool. Which means that I've been away for the weekend and I didn't do any Cursed City stuff. So we're coming in straight on with the boss. Yeah, I farmed my keys over the last couple of days and we're ready to take on Amius and his dreaded flipping forms or whatever you want to call it. So we're going to do that in this video, but I'm going to do it in terms of like talking you through, in a guide type of way. So it's almost like these are the things you need to look out for. I'm going to show you a relatively free-to-play friendly team, but honestly, I wouldn't call him a free-to-play friendly boss because you do need to like quite certain mechanics to make this easy. You also need someone with a relatively decent star rating in terms of blessings to make it easy as well. Because I'd say if you've got less than a 3-star blessing, you're probably going to get wrecked. Or you'll need a different type of strat to what I'm showing here today. Now, we are officially 3 years old as a team, the HH Gaming team. So I've been doing YouTube for over 4 years, but we formed HH Gaming and hellhades.com just over 3 years ago. So we're doing a giveaway for that. If you want to get involved, come and check out this page, which I will link down below. And there's some cool stats on here. So if you want to get involved, you could win a takeover from me, Saph or YST. You could win some takeovers from the HH Gaming team as well, merch as well. All you need to do is come and be involved in our socials and our YouTube links. Even if you're already subbed to a channel, if you click the link, you still get your entry because we're valuing our returning customers, just not new customers. And also, Bix has done some cool stuff here around some of our stats. I'll just call a couple out. Since launching the website, we've been visited by 9.6 million users, which is pretty nuts. We've got 17 members in the team now. You could come and read this stuff. It's actually very, very cool. Get involved in that if you want to. That will be our kind of like Christmas giveaway stroke celebrating 3 years giveaway. Now, Saph did this guide yesterday on Amius, which is cool. On the website, again, I'll link this down below. This gives you all the information you need. Okay, so you can flick between hard and normal, and it will tell you the stats that you're looking for. It will tell you his skills. You can flick between the 2 different boss modes, and you kind of basically read up around what he's doing. A couple of big call outs. If you're trying to do normal boss, you're going to want to beat his resistance with your accuracy, which means you want 375 accuracy for anyone landing debuffs. Okay. On normal, he runs at 200 speed. I always try and make sure that I'm running faster than the boss for bosses like this. For every hero, every champion, but I guess you don't have to. I just like to do that. He has an extremely high defense. On normal, he's got 9k. On hard, it's like 11k. Yeah, so just putting decreased defense on him still means that he mitigates almost all damage, which is kind of like, what? Yeah, so it's kind of nuts. So you kind of need to do damage really through either doing stuff like brimstone, poisons do some damage, war master hits. It's almost like clan boss style doing damage, I would say. There are ways, don't get me wrong, there are ways to one-shot this dude and beat him up super quick, but that's more like Kraken territory. I might try and do it, but I don't think I've got the blessings to make it happen personally, so I might try and do it in the future. But on hard, he runs at 250 speed, and you want a 475 accuracy to get that done. So you can read through this. There's some really good info on here, but I'm basically going to be talking through most of the stuff that Saph has put on here. I will just come down to this point around blessings. Now, his second form, he does a ton of damage, and if he kills anyone, he pretty much wipes your team. Saph's just got this kind of like cool guide, I guess, around how much defense you want for your tank. And he will always target the lowest HP champion on your team if all things are equal. That person will take less damage if they've got Star Awakenings. Yeah, and Saph's basically put some guidelines here around how much defense he would build those heroes, those champions with if they're awakened to certain levels. So you can see it's almost like if you've only got a 4-star awakening, he's saying go right up to 6k defense. It's bloody hard to do. That's a hard build. Or have another way to protect them, like someone who's ally protecting or something like that. But even so, It's massively reliant on Awakening to tank the boss up on hard. So this is the team that I'm looking at here. I say relatively free-to-play friendly. Look, we've got a past fusion. We've got a farmable character through faction wars. Albeit I'd say Lydia's not, she's not essential to the team. I think she's pretty useful, but she's not essential. Seal obviously is free-to-play friendly. Venomage is an epic that you can pick up, but she's probably god tier for this, I would say. One of the best heroes for this encounter. And then I've got Mithrala, who's doing a cleanse. So what I'm looking for is cleanse, a way to wipe buffs off of the boss if things get nasty, a decrease attack, which is relatively consistent. Uko does that as well. Uko's actually very good for this fight. Passive healing is why I've got Sil in the team. That's the only reason. I could put Elva in as a much better champion to do the job, but I thought I'd try and keep it as like low level as I could. Cleanse from Mithrala plus some poisons, and that's about it really. High Awakened champion who's my lowest HP champ. In terms of my builds that I've done here, I've actually not changed my Mithrala build from like a PvP build, so she's just got high health. She's in bolster gear, that's irrelevant for this fight. Over the 250 speed. She's got a decent amount of accuracy to land her abilities, considering she's also going to be my accuracy aura. I've taken that into account with some of my stats, which makes it easier to build my champs. Second one up then on this comp is going to be Lydia. So Lydia does bring a 4-star blessing in Brimstone for me. Brimstone's going to be a good chunk of my damage. Honestly, she's not doing a lot. In fairness, she's not doing a lot. She's going to give me some debuffs when I get the chance to, and I'll talk through that in the video, plus some buffs when I get the chance to. But you really want to avoid buffs and debuffs quite a lot in this fight. So she's not bringing tons other than the Brimstone. We've also got the Seal. Seal is in, where are you, Seal? Seal's got Brimstone as well, backup version. She's literally in there for this. Heals all allies by 10% of their HP at the start of each turn. That's what she's in there for. And if things get proper ropey, she can revive for me as well and ally protect the person that she revives. I've got her in Guardian gear, so someone to help protect some of the damage from my tank. Okay, so that's not a bad one. Plus, it gives you a passive heal every time you get a turn, which is quite nice as well. So like doubling up on the passive heal. Actually, I didn't say this, but one of the reasons why I didn't change Mithrala's gear from bolster was because, again, I get that passive heal at the start of her turn, which is quite nice. Okay, so we've also got our Venomage here. So Venomage is in regen gear. She's going to be my tank, so I want her to heal in between turns. This build's quite tough to achieve, I would say. She's my lowest health champion. I've got quite high defense. I've got enough accuracy when I've got my aura kicking in to land my abilities, and over 250 speed. If I had to compromise on anything here, I'm probably compromising on the speed, but I do need her heal reduction. Heal reduction is really important in this fight. If you've got a high star rated Cold Heart, she could do the same job. Giving you heal reduction on that A1 is a good chance to land. I think that's definitely a viable option. A couple of other call-outs. Sorry, I'll just show my Uko build as well. Uko, again, just in my PvP build, so not changed the build at all. She's pretty tanky, quite quick, got good accuracy. Same as my PvP build, nothing different. In fact, not even changed the masteries, which I should change because they are no good for this fight. So kind of shows you that I'm not going all out just for this fight. There's a couple of builds which I did do specifically for this fight, which is the Venomage one and the Seal one. Yeah, with the Guardian gear and the regen set. Venomage, I'm using her Star Blessing to protect me with Faultless Defense. So Faultless Defense means I'll take less damage on the second hit of Amius's damage when he comes at you. A couple other good champs that you could call out here. So if you've got a Tahanarak, godly for this because of the healing, because of the passive debuff removal. It's very, very useful. Pythian, godlike for this. I was going to throw him in, but I've seen so many teams with Pythian that I wanted to do something different. Oella, godlike for this. Really, really strong. Really useful if you're looking for champs. I did try Woad Painted as my healer, and honestly, I didn't feel like she was getting the job done well enough. Aox could be a decent healer as well, but again, it's on a 3-turn. Woad is basically on a 3-turn as well with that extra turn. It just means that you're a little bit vulnerable. in the meantime. And I'd say healing is one of the most important things on this fight if you're not trying to do it, with like a one-shot ability. But Elva, another godlike one with that passive heal, also some buffs and stuff to help you along the way. So there's a bunch of really good heroes for this, but I'd say heal reduction, one of the most important things. Vizier could do that for you as well, actually, if you've got high star rated like I have. Heal reduction, a tank who's your lowest HP, and passive healing, I think, are the three most important things when you're considering builds and stuff. Okay, so we're going to run it through. I'll try and talk you through what I'm doing as I'm doing it. You want to be careful of putting on too many debuffs on him straight away, because he will just cleanse them off and turn them into positive buffs at the start. So you don't really want to use any buffs on yourself until he's used his A3. But honestly, early on... Oh, I didn't mean to do that ability. I meant to just A1 it. Early on, I was going to say, you just kind of want to hold everything and just use A1s. But decided instead I was going to throw the wrong ability on. So you see when he A3s, he basically stuns your team, but he also flips any debuffs that can be flipped. Like he's turned weaken into strength, and he turns decrease attack into increase attack, etc. I am going to cleanse here because I want to get my heal reduction on from Venomage. This is the important point to heal reduct when he's kind of in this form. So you need it on here. You don't need it on in the other form, actually. You hold it in the other form. And at this point, we're just A1 in. He's going to change form when this becomes, this runs out. So I could remove this with Uko's A2, but I'm actually just going to A1 and try and get decreased attack on instead. I don't really care if he's got strengthen on. I'm not doing damage through hits. I'm doing damage through little poison ticks and through any brimstones I managed to get on. Decrease attack on already. Just doing, like, his damage level at this point is quite minuscule, honestly. We're not too worried about that. His damage on the other form is where it gets a bit nastier. You see the passive healing here from Seal is just kind of keeping us topped up. Venomage, we're trying to eat poisons with the A1. Because I had no buffs on to rip off, he decides to go for my lowest HP champion in Form 2 with his A1. He'll just keep doing that unless you've got a load of buffs on. Okay, so you're better off just sticking with the A1 tactic. Ideally, having someone in your team that can do decrease attack on his A1 makes him far weaker. If something's gone out of control and he ends up A3 in, it's not the end of the world. You can actually force him to A3 by putting a lot of buffs up, or buffs up that you're happy that he's going to remove. Like Awella puts increased resistance on, for example. That's not a bad one to just chew up. Yeah, just like take it. But and that will force him to go A3 into A2. So it's hitting your whole team, but it's not hitting your whole team for that much damage. So that's not a bad way to go as well. But I'm finding just keeping it simple is working nicely. Now, when he flips back into his other form, he is going to stun my whole team. I'm sure eventually we'll speed tune this so that, and this is actually going to come up quite nicely, I think. He's going to flip that decrease attack into increase attack. If I put drop defense, he'd flip it. If I put heal reduction out now, he'd flip it. So I'm saving all those abilities. Kind of need my shield, but the trouble with a shield is it's also my cleanse, and it's also, and he's about to change form. It's also going to heal him a lot in the next form, I think. So I'm a little bit nervous, but I think Venomage might actually die here. Don't kill Venomage, please. Got decreased attack on, but he still hits quite hard. Flipping form, though, doesn't hit anywhere near as hard in this form. So we're just going to cleanse off those stuns. Because he's used his A3 so early, I can actually put buffs up now quite confidently and not be worried. So I'm actually going to use now my Lydia A2 and give myself some breathing room, really. I'm putting my heal reduction up because this is the time where he starts healing again. And then you're basically back into the rotation. Yeah, we're getting back to full health in this form, making sure that he doesn't heal up in this form. We're trying to, because when this goes back, he's going to change form again. Cold Heart's particularly good because Cold Heart will keep heal reduction on probably better than my Venomage will here. But I think before he gets a chance to heal, he's going to change form again. So I think we just about get away with it. And we're also running out of all these buffs. So he should now, in the next form, just A1 us again. Try and A1 us to death. Trying to keep decrease attack on. Probably could have shielded at that point, actually. Yeah, see, so he's just gone A1 in on a Venomage again. And we're back in the rotation. Trying to keep decrease attack on. Holding my heal reduction. Etc. Yeah, so at this point, I could shield there, but I'm just kind of. This is my team. I'm not sure if I'm doing it right, but I probably could shield there, but I'd rather hold the cleanse because I don't have a block debuffs in this squad. Now, if I did have a Pythian or an Elva or something like that in the team that I was showing you, then obviously that would be my priority, is making sure that we don't take a load of debuffs that way, and then I would shield and kind of heal up my Venomage. But here we go, flip form. Timing is off this time on my Mithrala, which sucks a bit. Am I going to get back to? I don't think I get back in time before he's going to heal, which is annoying. This is probably the most annoying part. Look how much he healed for, almost like a quarter of his health, because I did not have heal reduction up. And yeah, so it just cost me a ton of time, but that's what it is. Can shield at this point because he's already used the ability. I've got my heal reduction up. I'm not going to need that cleanse for a while. I'd say Uko was one of the best picks for me. Oh, he's actually gone the other way now. So I must have put my buffs up too late. So now he's flipped into mad god mode. Going to hit everybody instead of just targeting one. This could get a bit ropey, honestly. Because he's used his A3, I can use my buffs at this point. So I can give myself increased defense here. I want to get decreased attack on him. I think he's still going to target Venomage, but he might see my Seal as too juicy a snack to not go after. He does. Look at that. He's killed someone. Now he goes a bit insane, honestly. Luckily, he's flipped form. So I think I'm okay. Could res here, but I want to get rid of that increased attack, honestly. I'm going to get rid of that first. And cleanse. And heal reduction. Try and take back control of this fight. Having the reviver in here is nice because I could just get Lydia back in the mix. But you can see, so this is actually a good run to show, I guess, because you see here how a couple of things have gone differently to how I wanted them to go. He's going to flip forms in a minute. I think he's going to go with that rampaging A3 into A2 again. And it's not really what I want him to do. But because I've got buffs on people, and there's only there's 3 champions, there might end up being 2 champions with increased speed, which might be enough for him to think, yeah, you know what? I'm coming after you. See what he does. Yeah, he's using all of his skills. It's not too bad. He's used his skills. I can put increased defense up. He's going to ignore defense with this skill anyway, I think. Ignores 100% defense. So putting increased defense up is irrelevant. I may as well just shield. In fact, does he ignore shield as well? Don't think he ignores shield with this one. No. So we're going to shield. Try and get decreased attack on it. In fact, we've got decreased attack on anyway. Oh, we got him close to being dead here, and he's now causing me problems. Let's try and get some damage away. Okay, he's gone back after Venomage again. This is the inconsistency. I'm not really sure why. Sometimes he goes after the person I think he should, and sometimes he doesn't. But I don't know. Just feels like there's some inconsistencies with his behavior sometimes. Anyway, we're coming on to the final kind of like element of this. Decrease attack. Yes, that's useful. Although, in fact, he's going to flip it. Not really anyone to cleanse, but the only person to cleanse is someone that I want their ability back for, because I want to strip those buffs away. So I will take it. Again, didn't get a heal reduction out, so now we've got a bunch more time to deal with. But that's the reason why you really do want that kind of like block debuff champion in your team. Albeit, you've only got so many so many positions that you can fill. And clearly, there's a lot of stuff. Seal of the Drakes is probably doing the least for me here. But that healing that she is doing is quite important, actually. It is quite important. Probably the person doing the least here in my team is actually Lydia. Because you don't really need her buffs and stuff. So probably if I'm stripping anyone out of this squad, it is Lydia. Got it back under control, though. He's doing the abilities we want him to do again. We've got decreased attack on. Hopefully we time the... actually, one thing I forgot to say. One of the reasons why Lydia is good is because she does have a block revive. And if you kill him in the wrong form, he will just pop back up. A bit like Saph, the ice spider. So actually, Lydia is good for something here. Got the cleanse at the right time this time. So we should get the heal reduction on. And that should be the end of the fight. That heal reduction going on there should mean that it's job done. Brimstone landing as well. Should be a see you later moment. Obviously, if I had everyone spec'd with the right masteries to do damage, then we could have done it much quicker and easier. And there are, as I said earlier, some like one-shot possibilities. But you need like 6-star Awakened Fushan with a load of ally attackers and stuff. But yeah, if I come back to like the main things, high star awakening for your tank, passive healing, decrease attack on an A1 ideally, some form of cleansing or a block debuff ability, and that's probably it really. That's probably the main things you need. And then it's about mainly A1ing unless he's used his A3 ability. So look, quite a tough boss. First time I've taken it down here live on my account. Let's see if I've got any juicy pieces. Oh, we're going to roll that one. We're going to roll that one in this video. Any more with speed on? Let's just go to my heroes. Let's look at my new stuff. So what we got? Supersonic, we're looking for speed because it's speed gear. So no. See if we get any good speed rolls anywhere. My new supersonic stuff. Nothing. Double roll. Not too bad. This is the one. I'll save that one for last. No speed there. Any speed boots? No. So this is really the piece. This is my once a month try. I'm just going straight to 16. I want it to be definitely one of the top two things, but we just want to see a quad roll in that second spot. A double roll. I'll take it, actually. Double roll's not bad. Double roll. So we've got 22 speed in a supersonic piece. How does that compare to like my fastest chests? But obviously these will be glyphed. So my fastest chest as it is right now are double rolls, but that's actually way quicker than anything I currently own by quite a bit. Like if you look at my speed pieces here, double rolls, but we're talking like 17s and 18s. So the base of it is 5 speed quicker than anything I own right now. But I need to get to, what do I need? Really, I need to be on at least a 6-piece set, if not 8, to make that really count. So there's some way off me using supersonic, but there you go. We're starting to pick some bits up. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the guide. Hope that's helped you out. It is a tough boss, but more tough because it's like you need to get yourself in the headspace of what's he doing and when's he doing it and how do I control it, which means it's probably not going to be a quick one unless you end up doing what Saph did. And you should go and check out Saph's video on the HH Gaming Network channel. He's actually Kraken style in the best teams right now with third spot. Because basically his Fushan like KO'd the boss doing like basically repeating his A1 over and over again whilst doing an ally attack, which is crazy. So this is the type of Kraken teams that are out there. But I know that, I don't know how long Saph actually tried for, but it's literally just rolling the dice again and again, hoping for the good RNG. And you have to have a high awakening level, not high awakening, sorry, high blessing level on your Fushan because you need a big boy crushing rend and you need to be stacking up cruelty before you do it. So it's a lot about blessings if you want to do the Kraken mode. Anyway, I've been Hell Hades. I'll see you soon.